What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Today's video, this is day number 8.
That's my favorite number. Wow.
Day number 8 of what I am playing you. And what am I playing you today? What have I already played you? Robert Plant, Al Green, Pantera, Cedric Burnside, Petty, Steep Canyon Rangers, Jason Moran. All really hot stuff. Great tunes, great performances, great stuff. What am I playing you today? Today, I'm gonna play you what maybe, I don't know if it's the black sheep. I feel like for a while it was the black sheep of their discography, but I have not been keeping up with their discography because they kind of changed and went more really pop. But what I'm playing for you is what I would have considered, at least at the time, their Black Sheep album. This is Red Hot Chili Peppers, One Hot Minute. If you're new here, please subscribe, check out my videos. Reaction videos, bass videos, music videos, check it out. If you like the channel, you want to support the channel, you can hit super thanks underneath this video. You can hit me direct in the description. I got PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Amazon wishlist, and mailing address. And I do donation request videos. So if there's something that you want me to listen to, watch, talk about, hit me direct, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and in the notes section, leave a link, leave a description. Let me know what you want the video to be on, and I'll make the video. You can also email me, jpanreadsemail@gmail.com. That's in the description also. Thank you guys. And if you like this song, send me $5. I think this is an incredibly
underrated
Red Hot Chili Peppers album. It's one of my favorites. It may be my favorite. Of course, everybody was raving and crazy about Blood Sugar Sex Magik. And I understand. It's a great record. It's fantastic. It's really cool. It's got really cool stuff on it. Great songs, great performances, classic stuff. But One Hot Minute had Red Hot Chili Peppers sounding unlike they've ever sounded ever. Dave Navarro on guitar, right? And I wasn't like a Jane's Addiction. I like Jane Says, right? I grew up with that on MTV, hearing that constantly, Jane Says. And it wasn't until much later, like when I lived in California, when I actually started digging more into Jane's Addiction. But at this time, when I was into this One Hot Minute, I didn't really know Jane's Addiction's music. I didn't know Been Caught Stealing. I didn't know that stuff. I only knew Jane Says, and I liked that song. But I knew that Dave Navarro was from Jane's Addiction. I just liked the music that they put out on this album. I like the feel of it. I like the sound of it. I like the energy of it. I just thought it was really cool. So this song, I could have picked a lot of songs off of this album, but the particular song that I picked, Red Hot Chili Peppers, a la Dave Navarro, One Hot Minute. Let's do this, bam. Great bass playing. but it's just this whole like stripped down kind of it's like the same thing, but they like reinterpret it, right? It's just the vibe, right?
3 pounds of love inside my skull. A million more lives it's never done. Just a few times spun around the sun. A couple more left and then we're done. Sitting in the fire, I'll get along and have some fun. Floating through the fire, or maybe I'm your special one. Sailing past the fire, or breathe the moon and eat the sun. Sitting in the fire.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. I think the Anthony Kiedis sounds great here. The bass playing is great. Okay, now I'm not like some mega Flea fan. I'm not. There are those like bass players that are like, you know, like especially when I was growing up, because Blood Sugar Sex Magic was just so freaking big. It was like Flea, 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 Flea. You know, him and like Les Claypool were really at that time, right? In these like early '90s, mid '90s, they were like really out there in terms of like bass players and bass players that people knew. Like most people didn't know bass players, right? It's just the guy with the guitar that looks different. But he's not like shredding on it. Flea and Les Claypool were different. This is not about Les Claypool, it's about Flea. But the thing about Flea that I like and appreciate, there was a couple of things. One is when I started teaching, first of all, he sounds great. He's great, right? He does his thing, sounds great. He's playing really well on this recording. When I started teaching bass, all these kids were coming in. This is after I finished college. All these kids were coming in. They wanted to learn all this Red Hot Chili Peppers because Stadium Arcadium and like all those other records, which brought in a younger generation of Red Hot Chili Peppers fans, which is amazing for them. It's like super amazing for them. Incredible career, Red Hot Chili Peppers. But to me, the thing about Flea was he brought so many kids to the bass, which is really cool. Because it's not an instrument that usually kids are like, oh yeah, I want to play the bass. Normally it's like, I want to play the guitar, or I want to sing, or I want to play drums even, but not bass. Usually it's like, well, we need a bass player. We don't need 3 guitar players. So, yo, Gary, you're on bass. Anyways, that's not how I came to the bass, but that's a different story. So I really appreciate that Flea brings kids to bass. I think that that's awesome. And the other thing is that he could have sat around. He's made it, right? He's made it, and he could like sit around and just do whatever the hell. But he went back to school and like studied the bass and studied jazz and stuff like that. And then started a music school in Silver Lake. I appreciate that. I'm like, you're legit, you're the real deal. That's super cool. That's super cool. Good on you. That's really cool. Anthony Kiedis, I don't always think sounds good, but I think he sounds really great here. I think that mostly he makes this song for me, actually. I mean, aside from the song itself. I think that the creative things that he was doing vocally with melody and stuff like that was really cool. This is just a song that I just like. I mean, I like the album, but the energy of this song, the parts, I think are really cool. Different. One Hot Minute. Super underrated Red Hot Chili Peppers album, in my opinion. Definitely a favorite. Super underrated. I don't care how long it took them to make. Because of Dave Navarro. I had heard it, at least. Is that true? It took them forever to make? Really great stuff. Awesome. Okay, amazing. What am I going to play you next? No idea. You'll have to stick around. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.